Okay, so let's go ahead and draw the top view. And this is the top drawing on the sheet, okay? So let's go ahead and throw some guidelines out. And you know, when we're doing guidelines, I like to use the ray command. So type out R-A-Y, hit the space bar to activate it. And let's go ahead and project this line up and project this line up here. Now what does this do? This gives us the extent of the drawing that we're about to do in top view. You know the length of that drawing is not going to exceed the boundaries of these two lines because these two lines are projected from the edges of this model. So in this view, we are looking at the front view. So we're about to draw the top view. So this is essentially how we draw different views of models. So let's go ahead and do ray again, R-A-Y. You want to take this line and project it up as well, okay? And you want to take this line right here and project it up. All right? So now, the ray command is very efficient. Make sure you familiarize yourself with it. You're going to use it a lot in this course. So now let's go ahead and take this line, or let's give ourselves a starting point. Hit L and space bar to activate the line command and draw a line right there. Just like that. Okay, we know that's going to be the side of our top view. All right, so now what's the overall width of the top view? So let's go here, offset this line, 0.40. So you type in O, hit the space bar, then type in 0.40, hit the space bar to activate it. And let's click this line and offset it up 0.40. Then offset that line again, 1.50. So offset, space bar, 1.50. And then offset this top line, 0.40. Okay, so essentially we're doing the same thing. We're just defining lines here, all right? So now let's clean this up a little bit. Actually, let's do this line. We need to offset this line right here, 0.26. So offset, spacebar, 0.26, and offset it to the east, just like that. Now, let's start defining some of these lines, all right? TR, spacebar to activate the trim command. And we know that this part goes away, this goes away, this line goes away. So you're really defining the lines that you've drawn, okay? And right now, I think that's good enough. Now, let's take this line, and we're gonna offset this line 0.30. Offset 0.30. And what's that line for? Okay. And then let's take this line. In fact, let's take these two lines and trim them. TR, spacebar, trim this line, trim it here, here, and here. Okay. Now this is our 0.30 offset here. Okay. And, excuse me. And this is our next offset is going to be 0.46. So offset 0.46. Then we got 0.78, offset 0.78. Then you got 0.46 again. And there we have it. So now what we need to do is we need to continue to define the lines, but first we need to draw some more boundary lines. So hit L for line, hit the space bar to activate it. And you want to come right here on this bottom line and draw a line that will connect to this line. No, it's not right. There it is, right there. Okay. So now, before we move forward, let's clean this guy up some more. Let's define more lines here. TR, spacebar to activate the trim command. I'm going to trim this line and clear this line, sorry. You also want to trim this line, this one, and this one, okay? And you want to go ahead and clean this guy up here, clean it up here. Just like that. So you can kind of see how this guy is forming up. Now, let's use the mirror command so you guys can learn that. So select this line and type out MI for mirror and then hit the space bar. Then you want to come to the center of this line right here. Click there and then drag to the right. And then right click and hit enter. So you saw how we took this line and we mirrored it up here? Okay? That's a good thing to learn, okay? When you're dealing with AutoCAD, you want to copy and mirror things as much as possible. Because copying and mirroring is a whole lot less time consuming than redrawing. Yeah, I could have went up here and redrew this line and clicked here and here, but it's quicker if I just, go and click here, type in mirror, and then mirror it up. All right, so let's finish trimming this guy, or as I like to say, defining the lines. TR, spacebar. Okay, can y'all see how this kind of shaping up? Now, let's trim a bunch of lines at once. You want to type in TR, spacebar, and click and drag. This is one feature that I thought was better in earlier versions of AutoCAD. But it still, serves a purpose. It gets the job done. TR, spacebar. And go ahead and highlight these and delete them. All right. So let's clean it all the way up. TR, spacebar. So now, can you see how we projected those lines up? Let me show you how it looks when we actually show a portion of the projection lines. So we click here, okay? And come here and click here. Move it right. Move. AutoCAD is a little bit choppy tonight for some reason. It's not doing what I'm telling it. Move again. It happens from time to time. Let's turn the F9 off. And hit CO for copy. Let's copy this line up here. Now these were not necessary. I just kind of wanted you guys to see how we projected the lines up and formed up this portion, or the top view of the small part that we're drawing, okay? So that's it for the second drawing on our sheet. And let's get ready to jump into the third.